friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am quarantined here in LA, so I thought I would do a makeup tutorial for y'all. I feel like I get a lot of questions about what makeup I use, so I thought I would do a tutorial and link all of the products down below for you. So yeah. So first and foremost, I put on sunscreen. I've been using the Supergoop Mousse. I really like the consistency of this. I feel like it honestly like gives me a little bit of a glow before I put my makeup on. After that, I use this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. It's a knockoff of the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, and it's amazing. They are like the same consistency, same color, like same everything. Obviously this is way more expensive. This is like the drugstore dupe and I love it just as much, so I use that as like my base slash primer. So next I'm going to use the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I love this foundation so much. I started using it in high school when I was like 17. I'm 24 now. It's been 7 years and I can't stop using it, so it's one of my favorites ever. I'm actually running low, which is really sad, so I'm just gonna put it directly on my skin. Oh my gosh, this bottle is so low. I might have to like open it up. Kind of a messy get ready with me. That's okay. We both know I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the bottle. Literally, this is what it's come to. No shame. I have a brush that sometimes I'll use to rub it in, but lately I've just been using my hands because I feel like it gets it more smooth than the brush does. Okay, so up next is my mascara palette. This is gonna look kind of weird if you've never seen this before, but this is a highlighter, this is a foundation, these are bronzers that I use for contour, and then this is a like super dusty blush. And I'm gonna take this foundation and I kind of mix it in with my Makeup Forever. I just think that the bronzers lay better when I have the mascara foundation on my face as well. So I usually kind of mix this in with the HD foundation. And I feel like this just is another layer to hide any blemishes, and it really just makes my face look like it's been photoshopped, for lack of a better word. And then next up, I'm going to take my Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. I've also been using this for forever. I just rub that in with my fingers, and then I take the Tarte Shape Tape. I do my little under eye highlight. Do a little bit up here too, because sometimes I'm kind of dark up there. And I take my Beauty Blender, just a little bit damp, obviously, as if you can't see me doing it. And then I take the Laura Mercier setting powder. Best setting powder ever. If you don't use this, what are you even doing? And I take my ring finger, because it is my most delicate finger. My mom always told me that growing up. She was like, use your ring finger to do anything under your eyes because it can't like tap with the same pressure that your other fingers can. I don't know if that's true, but now I'm just forever doing that. So yeah, that kind of bakes the concealer on under my eyes so that I don't have fallout and it doesn't get creasy. And yeah. This is a brush from Mascara. Also, the brand is called Mascara because I think the girl that founded its name was Cara, so she named it Mascara, which is kind of confusing, very confusing, but that's what the brand's called if anyone gets confused. So I use this side of the brush and I kind of hold it together like that, and I rub it in the bronzers to do my contour. The forehead. And then I usually do a little down here just to make my jaw look a little more defined. Oh, also I'll use the mascara to cover up pimples, and then I'll put a little bit of setting powder over the pimple. I don't know why, I think it just covers everything up a little bit better. And then I'm gonna contour my nose. I usually do the same thing. Just hold this super fine and then get each side. I don't feel like I need to contour my nose too much, or else I would probably do it with a more like tiny defined brush and be a little more diligent about it. I've watched a couple like nose contouring tutorials and oh my gosh, some girls are so good at it. And then just to make sure I don't get too much bronzer up here. And then I'm gonna take that dusty blush color and just put it on the balls of my cheeks and kind of blend it in with the bronzer. Get all the color off my lips and eyebrows. so I don't look like a zombie. That's better. What do I do next? Eyebrows. I hope me rummaging through my makeup bag trying to find everything is relatable. I honestly need to get a better bag. I say that all the time. Maybe this is the time to finally order one. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Benefit brow gel. The brow gel, Benefit brow gel. I don't know what this is called. I'll link it down below, but I really like it. I also use Glossier Boy Brow. I just ran out and then they sent this to me and I ended up loving this too. They're like very similar. You can't really go wrong between the two. Just brush them on out. I usually brush my brows up because I trim them so they're short enough where they don't look crazy if I brush them up. I love a dark brow so much. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Metallic Liquid Eyeshadow. If you've seen any of my other YouTube videos, you've probably seen me use this. I'm obsessed with this product. I did a campaign for them last year and I fell in love. This is the color Citrine. It's the lightest color and I usually use it as my eyeshadow base to keep my other eyeshadow on. But it's also a really pretty sparkly color, so it makes for a really beautiful base. And I just put a little bit on and rub it in with my ring finger. Lately, my favorite eyeshadow palette has been this Beauty Counter eyeshadow palette. It is the classic eyeshadow palette, so I think it's just like their go-to. And I think the colors in it are so beautiful. Once I put Citrine on, I usually use Sahara as a base and kind of put that all over. And then I'll use Sienna and Copper. It's kind of an orangey pinky situation on the ends. And then Ivory is this really pretty like sparkly white color and I use that as highlighter under my eyebrow. And in the inner corners of my eye, kind of work it up into the eyeshadow. I don't know if you can see. That's like usually how I do my eyeshadow, and then more or less dramatic depending on where I'm going or what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't know, lately that's been my go-to. I'm gonna keep that open because I'm gonna use a little bit more in a second. Next I will curl my eyelashes, even though we aren't doing mascara yet. Next I'm gonna put on eyeliner. I have this Maybelline Line Stiletto eyeliner. I love this stuff. And I'm going to line the top of my eye. I feel like I always hold my breath while I do that. And then I'm going to put a little bit underneath my eye, which is going to look weird at first, but it'll make sense in a second. And it's totally okay if your lines aren't perfect or even, because we're going to go through with this brush. It's a like tiny little, I don't know if you can see that. It's super thin and fine, and we're gonna go through and smooge it all up to kind of give it a smoky eye look. So I use Cinnamon and Burnished, which are the darker colors in this palette, and then I might mix it with a little bit of Copper, and you just kind of smooge it up. And if it looks too dark, you can go through with your finger and fix it. And you're gonna do the same thing on top. I try not to hold my eye like that when I can't, but sometimes you just gotta. I guess it stretches out the skin, so it's better not to if you can get away with not. You kind of always want to make sure that the lines that you're making are like going up so that your eyes don't look saggy. I feel like if you do like too heavy of a bottom eyeliner, it can make your eyes look saggy, and obviously we don't want to do that. I feel like I do actually have like a natural droopy eye as is, so I always am like over cautious about making sure they don't look extra droopy so I don't look sad. After I do my eyeliner, I usually do my highlighter, and I use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow. I love this stuff so much. It's like a liquid highlighter. You just need a little bit goes a long way. I literally have barely any, and I mix them between those two fingers. So I put it on my cheekbones, and then a little bit on the end of my nose, cupid's bow, chin, and then I actually put some on my forehead and sometimes like a little line down to my nose. So then I will take an actual powder highlighter to put on top. I have this Glowgasm by Charlotte Tilbury that I'm just going to layer on top. And then after that, I will go through with the NARS Orgasm Blush, my favorite blush ever. I think it's everyone's favorite blush ever, and put that on the balls of my cheeks. So this is where we're at. I still need mascara and lip gloss. We are going to use my favorite mascara ever. If you have not tried this, I can't recommend it enough. Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. It's amazing. Do not get the waterproof. You will never be able to take it off. Just get the regular. It stays on. It won't fall out even though it's not waterproof. It's amazing. I can never get the bottle open because by this time my hands are always covered in makeup and so greasy. Oh my god, I'm not kidding. Oh my god, I got it. So I put on, like, no joke, 18 layers of mascara. And this is even an old tube, so I kind of like this mascara more once I've been using it for like 2 weeks. I feel like it gets thicker. Sometimes the fresh bottle is like too fresh. I'm gonna have to speed this up, I already know it. It's a mascara marathon. Cha-la-la. Okay, and then I do a little bit of bottom eyeliner, just a tad. Just to keep those eyes looking big and open. I've been using this Hourglass lip gloss and I love it. The color is Child, I think. And I'm done. Okay, you guys, that is it. This is my finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Those are all of my staples that I use. I feel like the only thing I've been switching out lately is my lip gloss, depending on what I'm wearing. But I will link all of them down below for you to shop so you can do your makeup, explore new looks during quarantine times. If there's something that's intimidated you that you've been scared to try before work, now you have the time. You're sitting at home, like, try that crazy winged eyeliner. Now is the moment. But I do want to acknowledge that this is a really weird time for everyone and you have the right to feel however you feel. I feel like I have so many friends handling this all so differently, and there really is not a wrong way, whether you are sad or anxious or stressed, or maybe it hasn't affected you at all and you're chilling and you feel guilty for feeling that way. Like, that is totally okay. I encourage you to try and see this time at home as a privilege. You are so lucky to be able to work from home if you're still working. So yeah, enough about that. I love you all. I appreciate you very much. Bye.